Hello! Been a while since I've made a video where I actually talk. Some of you that I talked to in chat already know that I actually moved. I now finally own property in this crazy land. So, well, it's not totally finished. The new game room is basically usable. And some people asked me, like, what's it like? So, just a quick video. So over here I kind of have the main command center, I guess. I've got my modern PC, the MSX, the X68000, all the keyboards they need. Plus up here I've got the little old UX20. Just a convenient little system to have. Like if I'm in a chat room or just screwing around on the internet, I'll pop on, a game on there. This was really the only place I could fit it. Up here, I forgot I even had this, but this is the Sweet Gradius Fantasia on vinyl record. It's actually a sample version. I don't know. I haven't actually unboxed my turntable yet, so right now it's just up there because I have no other place to put it. So yeah, this makes a convenient spot for the computers because, the monitor I generally play them all on is over here, of course. And the MIDI tower is starting to get a bit ridiculous. But yeah, so here's my XVI. I actually ran out of space internally, so I actually run dual flash cards now. I have the Aztec Monster internal, and then I have a Power Monster in this external drive. This is actually a 2.5-inch SCSI drive. So I run dual flash cards, which makes it easier to update stuff, because I can just pop out the one out of here, but I actually play off the main one. This here is a Famicom 3D system adapter, which is very easy to just rewire to hook up to the X68K. And while I know a lot of people think 3D is a gimmick, I will say if you play the fan patched, there is a 3D fan patch for Castlevania on the X68000, and if you've got the right monitor, it looks fantastic. Highly recommend it. When people say, "Ooh, you should get rid of your CRTs," there's some reasons to still have a CRT. Light guns, 3D. Yeah, this baby's with me for life. So yeah, let's take a look at the MIDI stack because it keeps changing. Over here on the bottom is my old CM500. It doesn't really have a whole lot of purpose anymore, but that was my original MIDI module that I bought for about $20 in hard off. So it's kind of got a little bit of sentimental value. So even though it doesn't have a whole lot of use with everything else I've got, it still gets a proud, visible position. Of course, under that is my MU2000, which is one of the best all-arounders. And then on top of the monitor I have most of the other stuff. Of course, the real CM64, the SG01K. This is my UM550, which is essentially how I link everything together. Korg NS5R, which has an internal wave blaster header and is how I use my Dream Blaster X2 with my retro machines. It literally just plugs inside, makes a very convenient case. The MKS900, which is which also serves as a through box, so I can hook up even more modules. The good old TG100. The GZ50M here is my latest module pickup. It is tiny, it's more than my hand. Cheap, small, why not? And then of course the main monitor, and then down here is the 88 Pro and the Mark II. The Mark II also is one that doesn't really have a whole lot of purpose because, if you've got a really good DAC, really good ears, really good speakers, really good everything, you might notice a slight difference between the 88 Pro and the 55 Mark II when you've got your 88 Pro in 55 mode, as the 88 Pro does have slightly better audio hardware, but most of the time I couldn't really tell a difference. So But that 55 was actually given to me completely for free from a friend who had a stack of them for some reason. So it's just kind of it doesn't get much use, but it's not something I want to just throw away. Then I've got a Select D21 and a Select D15, which is how everything links together, so I can hook up consoles that use, RGB 21 cables, as well as the X68000, the MS, and everything up to the main monitor here. Okay. Then moving down, we've got the Neo Geo hooked up here. Over here, a small table just for whatever I'm having to using, which is right now I've got, I'm running Game Boy Donkey Kong. Again, that's always a good fun one. PS1, blah, 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 blah. And then over here on this side, we've got the Laser Active, Saturn, PCFX, the main towns, which I'd like to put it higher up, but as I said, this for now it was the best place to put it, but not exactly ideal. Still keeping old Panasonic around simply because, for example, the PCFX only does S-video, and the Laser Active games have to be played through composite, so it's a good old trusted TV that I've had a very long time for that purpose. The X-Select D4 is mostly used as another thing that I don't really have a whole lot of use for, but I keep it around because the Super Cassette Vision RGB is really finicky. The monitor does not like it, but if I run it through here and transcode it to component, it works perfectly on the Panasonic, and then it looks quite good. Still got the old Towns monitor here, which I generally use as a vertical monitor. I, of course, could rotate this, but moving this mess is a pain, so I rarely do. The Car-Marty, which, and that's another thing that I ended up getting for really cheap, and I don't know, I just haven't been able to get rid of it because I don't want to. Other side of the room over here, this is pretty much all Neo Geo, plus random bobs. Here's a little something that you may not have heard of yet. This is the Pasicom Mini MZ80C. Miniatures are all the rage now. Famicom Mini, Super Famicom Mini. There's a Commodore 64 Mini. And this is an MC80C. And yes, it's got a little cover so you can't see it, but this is fully functional. It's very detailed, even has a little volume knob on the back. And yes, you can change the mini cassette. It comes with 3 of them. And but we'll get to this in a feature video because this is a full-on working computer. It's got its own version of BASIC, and I'm still getting used to that. So that's going to be a video when I actually have proper experience with it. And then over here we have pretty much MSX, some Mega Drive on the top. This is the actual Dungeon Hunter MSX Light Gun box set. These are unfortunately very, very hard to get a hold of, but if you like MSX and you get the chance, it's good solid fun. And over here, this is all X68000 plus Super Cassette Vision on the bottom, and the top, these are actually FM Towns, and I've got FM Towns up here as well. These crates generally contain things like Famicom, Super Famicom, PS2, DVDs, controllers, random things. And then of course there's the closet. And the closet's not totally finished. I'd like to get rid of these moving boxes, but I haven't been able to yet. It's kind of a mirrored closet. But basically, I use these for PCB storage. My cab is actually down in the living room. The wife is actually quite fond of it because it looks quite nice compared to most of the junk in here, and guests are always curious about it, so the cab itself is downstairs. But the PCBs are all stored in here in various ways, as well as, Virtual Boy. That's the Super Cassette Vision. A backup monitor that I really don't need, but I just no point to getting rid of it. Yeah, it's blocked by boxes, but the rest of the X68000 games, especially like the X-rated ones, are kept in here just because I have kids running around my house, so, totally young to run into that.